Hi students, and welcome to our continued discussion of relations and functions. I'm going to grab my little hand tool here. So this is a handy way to rule out a relation from being a function and to visually confirm that a relation is a function when all you're given is the graphed data. So here's what we call the vertical line test. So if every possible vertical line drawn on the domain of the relation intersects the graph exactly once, then the relation is a function. If any vertical line intersects the graph more than once, then the relation is not a function. So I've got two relations here, and let's use the vertical line test to see if this is a function or not. So my vertical line here is not going to be so good just because I'm using a pen and tablet here, so please bear with me. But notice here, let's just grab a different color, use a highlighter here. So I can draw a vertical line here, and it's going to intersect this closed shape in two different points. Okay? So what this says is because there exists even one line, vertical line that I can draw, that intersects the graph at more than one spot. So what we can say very safely and assuredly is this is not a function because it fails our vertical line test. So let's try the same thing with this one. So any vertical line that I draw through this function is only ever going to intersect at exactly one spot on the function. So, and it doesn't matter which point I choose, we can see that there's no point where if I draw a vertical line, I'm going to get a double intersection. So because of this, this is a function. Now we can also use this for discrete cases. So let me show you. So we're going to take a look at two discrete cases. Remember, discrete cases where our domain is limited to a number set which is not the real numbers. So for instance here, a number set that it's being referred to is just the integers, the positive and negative whole numbers. So I want you to take a look at these two graphs. Now one of these is a function, one of these is not a function. So I want you to pause the video and think about which one of these is and why. So let's take a look here. I'm going to grab my drawing tools. And again, I apologize for my lack of ability to draw like a perfectly straight line. But if you take a look at this point here and this point here, this vertical line, the y-axis, intersects both of them. So because the y-axis here, and it doesn't matter that it is the y-axis, it's just that it happens to be there, that this vertical line intersects two of our data points. So that says that this is not a function. Okay? And it's because this data point here and this data point here are intersected by a vertical line. Now let's take a look at this relation that we have. Now this is a function, and notice that any vertical line that you draw through any one of these points is only going to intersect a single data point, okay? A single piece of information. So this is guaranteed to be a function. So this is a function. So the vertical line test is used to determine whether a graphed function, whether it be a continuous function or a discrete function, matches our criteria for being a function or merely just a relation.